Well, he's just a little guy, but man, can he fight the #1 ranked flyweight contender. This division has really appealed to the fans over the last several years, and this man has made himself undeniable, gets his first title shot in the UFC tonight.
You know, John, these guys are small, but I believe that is one of the most skilled divisions in the entire UFC, and this gentleman has really separated himself from the pack. He has done everything necessary to put himself right on the verge of doing something special. He believes that he's going to get it done tonight. Every part of him believes that he's the best. Now he has to go out and show it.
No man should weigh 125 pounds. I mean, let's be honest, but that is a package of skill and will and grit that looks a whole lot like a future champion. Well, he's got a nice UFC flyweight championship to go along with the Olympic gold medal, but Henry Cejudo is far from finished, DC. He will try to continue and expand his legacy here in another big spot tonight.
Henry Cejudo already considers himself the greatest combat athlete of all time, and he obviously has a claim to that. When you stand atop the podium in the Olympic Games, and then you get the belt wrapped around your waist by Dana White as a UFC champion, not many guys can say that. Cejudo has done that, and he's done that through hard work, commitment, and an ability to always get up for the big moments.
Triple C, Henry Cejudo, is ready to engage yet again. And now our tail of the tape for this flyweight championship fight. All right, we send it back inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Jussier Formiga. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the world, Henry Triple C Cejudo!
Herbert Dean's in the building. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. Good to have you with us tonight from T-Mobile Arena, the home of the NHL's Vegas Golden Knights, and the building in which DC shocked some of the MMA world at UFC 226, but this venue will always have a special place.
This venue holds a special place in my heart. UFC 226, I became the double champion. This is a fight venue that you should want to compete in. A great arena where you can make history. Tonight you get your chance.
Punishing kick there. All right, good sign for him early as the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu practitioner with relative ease takes the wrestler down on his first attempt.
He did a great job of timing his attack, beating the wrestler before he can get caught up, made him play catch-up, and now you got him exactly where you want him to be.
Oh, that Kimura looks tight. No, he's out. The fight's got to continue.
Oh, my goodness. I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over.
A lot of top pressure being applied here.
Oh, right into mount. He's got to start throwing down.
Back mount now. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Formiga.
Oh, he's attacking choke now.
Oh, it's getting deep now, DC.
Dude's got a fight on his hands now. Great
submission defense on display.
Jeff, these submission setups aren't that bad, but he keeps getting denied.
Yeah, because he's not panicking. He's taking his time. He knows what to do whenever something is coming in his direction. It's beautiful. It's beautiful to watch a guy comfortable even when he's under attack. Oh, man, what a strike from the bottom.
Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent. Nice defense.
Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Oh, another strike lands from the top. Well, doing his able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job by Cejudo. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Formiga. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
All right, listen, bud. You did okay that round, but I need you to avoid the ground. Let's keep this fight standing. You have a really good chance at knocking him out on his feet.
Well, what a round it was, especially from a striking standpoint. DC, take us through it.
High-level striking. I mean, this is what people come through the doors to see. Two men stand on a quarter, chest to chest, forehead to forehead, and let it all fly. I'm surprised nobody went out, but it does excite me for the next round.
All right, just about ready to go here. Round two. Henry Cejudo versus Jussier Formiga. So you got to question the fight IQ at some point. He's got an outstanding offensive takedown game. His ground and pound strikes are vicious, yet hasn't done any of it.
He's listened to the stories, John. He's listened to the stories. He's allowed for this guy to be bigger and badder than he truly is. He's allowed for this man to become such a specimen, such a problem, that he is ignoring his greatest skill.
Oh, you can feel the breeze there. Swing and a miss by Formiga. Just misses with the jab there. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit.
Guillotine, guillotine here.
That guillotine is very tight. Fight IQ on full display there. Recognizing he was losing the sub, elected to keep the dominant position. Great submission defense.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage.
Formiga's right back to the full mount.
Nice shots landing from the top position.
I mean, at this point, you just have to do something. You know, you have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm where you have the advantage.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. Formiga's looking to pass from full guard into half guard here, but he's denied.
Oh, he passes the half guard now. And he's not posturing to land punches, so look for a submission attempt.
Might be able to hook onto an arm here. Oh, real good submission attempt now. That one looks tight. Oh, the submission defense holds up. He gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it. Beautiful transition.
Oh, looked like that strike from the bottom fighter got the crowd's attention. 20 seconds to go, round two.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Cejudo. 2 rounds in the books.
Stop!
All right, listen to me, bud. You did great out there, but I need you to be a little bit more patient, okay? I need you to follow his hips wherever they go.
All right, that's the end of the round as we show you some of the highlights over those 5 minutes. Really a clinic when it comes to the ground and pound.
Yeah, man, this is what you're taught. When you're learning to become a ground and pound fighter, you want to do it exactly like he did. Gain posture, have height, control hands and wrists. Land strikes, don't throw too many, throw just enough, control, throw again, control. He did it perfect.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Looking to establish the jab here. Nicely done by Formiga. Oh, great punches there again.
Oh, inside kick. Nice shot there by the champ. He gets to the single collar down. Look for him to keep that elbow tight and throw punches with his free hand.
Cejudo gets up, he is back on the feet. Looked like he was in a submissive state on the ground, but he worked hard there to get back to the feet. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue.
Whoa!
Nice judo toss for him there. Wide side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Good work from the top here by Cejudo.
Oh, he puts his knee on belly. He's postured, landing huge body ball. The guy has to move or the fight's gonna get finished.
Well, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities. Nice reversal on the ground. Great job.
Let's work. I'll stand this up. You need to work.
Side control now. Trying to guard pass here. Not today.
No, it ain't happening. Good job understanding the transitions. On to the mount. Now he's got good body position, yup.
Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top. All right, half guard position for him here, and I can hear Dominic Cruz in the back of my head just screaming about underhook somewhere.
Yeah, he loved, I mean, but he's right? He's so right in terms of if you're on your back in the half guard, one thing you can't be is flat on your back. You need to be up on an elbow.
Right.
You need to be half on the side, and you need to control the far side underhook. It is a battle for underhook when you're fighting in the half guard position on the back.
Final 30 seconds of this 3rd round. Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head.
Big right hook there by the champ.
Formiga's back in full mount. All right, that's 3 rounds in the books. We are headed to the championship rounds.
All right, let's get this together now, man. Come on. I need you to wake up, and I need you to get out there. You're losing this fight, and I know you can beat him. Get out there, be aggressive. I want you to put it...
All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, and for all the good that he did in that round, it was the punching that really led to him really taking control of the fight. He did a great job finding his shot over and over again.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here is round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. 4th round is underway. We'll see who has the upper hand.
You feel it inside of the arena. The fighters feel it inside of the octagon. It's palpable. The energy is crazy because you understand that in the next 10 minutes, someone's going to get a belt strapped around around their waist, it's amazing.
Oh, nice judo toss for him there.
Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night at that landing.
Oh, how good was that combo? He is really doing a nice job stringing his shots together now.
Beautiful shot lands, the leg there.
Oh, a huge block there. And he gets the single leg takedown. Cejudo's pass attempt denied. Just over 3 minutes now to go. Cejudo's in half guard. We'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC.
And there you go, again, half guard.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Cejudo. He continues to evolve as a striker.
I mean, these wrestling transitions are beautiful. These guys are really getting after it.
All right, try to pass here. As Global Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
What a strike from off of his back. Setting up for an unlock now. Oh, he might have that submission locked in. Oh, and now he gives up on the submission. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Dominant position here. He's got the full mount. A lot of different ways he can go here. Maybe try to find an arm bar or just get the ground and pound.
He can attack submission, but those submissions will present themselves once he is landing that brutal ground and pound he is known for. Because then his opponent will start to get a little bit desperate to get out from under him, which will then in turn leave arms dangling, or he'll turn to his knees and get choked out.
Buzzer sounds for the end of round 4. Go.
Muito bom. O último round foi muito massa, tá? Então, faz a mesma coisa que você tá fazendo agora.
All right, a lot of high-level highlights from that last round, DC. Take us through the replay.
If he fought like this, I would be comfortable entering him into a K1 level kickboxing competition. He's that good at finding and landing those kicks at will. He needs to continue to do this as the fight goes on.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
5th and final round. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Immediately gets the underhook. Fighters separate from the clinch now.
He's going guillotine.
Getting tighter. Oh, somehow, some way he got out.
These guys are back and forth, but the submission defense wins this transition. He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Oh, the ground and pound is coming. Good movement to avoid some of that power coming back. Landing strikes nicely here from top position. He is really doing a nice job with his head movement here defensively on the ground to avoid further punishment.
He isn't waiting until his opponent throws. He's being proactive. And when his opponent throws, he's already moving, so he's missing it.
Formiga's in half guard.
Great shot from the top position.
Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Cejudo's back in full mount. All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful. Oh, the ground and pound is there. Another ground and pound strike gets home. not there yet, but might get the submission here shortly. Continuing to work out of the half guard. Oh, how about that reversal by him there? All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. All right, so now we start to see some bruising appearing on the torso, and all of that courtesy of the body work of his opponent.
Just the wherewithal to go to the body and the discipline to stay with that approach. I mean, it's just tremendous. You see a fighter with a high fight IQ following a game plan, and it's working.
Cejudo's right back to the full mount here. Oh, great ground strike there, and now blood is a factor.
He's got to be careful here. In the half guard.
Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Cejudo. Another ground and pound strike lands. Final 10 seconds of the fight. Posture's up now. That all-out action right through the final minute. Nobody in this arena is sitting down. What a fight. All right, so a very close fight over 25 minutes between the two guys who are undeniably the two best in the world in this division. For my money, I think we got a new champion.
Yeah, I believe we got a new champion, but John, of course it's close. As you said, they're the two best fighters in this division in the entire world. What would you expect when two of the best are locked in the octagon together, but a close fight? I believe it's close, but I do believe we should hear and do.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. For the winner by split decision, and new undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Jussier Formiga!
All right, so the fight goes the full 25 minutes, but in the end, we crown a new UFC flyweight champion. Congratulations to the new King of the Flies. What